Hey Avish, how's it?
Hey Sid, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. But it's hot as hell, man. Cape Town was nice and windy, so the wind was blowing away the heat, and yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it's been a heat wave throughout the week, buddy. So yeah, this is Durban for you in Feb. It really is quite unbearable at times.
All right, we'll start off with the T20 World Cup, and I know you're very keen to start off there. And what's your thoughts so far? Although the predictable that won, starting from yesterday, I think Pakistan beat Holland, although that could have gone either way. And then I remember what's India beat USA. That was also that's a really interesting game. And then who was the other game? I know that one game I did skip out that happened on Saturday.
Uh, the Windies and Scotland.
Oh yes, yeah, that was the most convincing match that you would have thought. The West Indies pulled out a more convincing win, 50 runs. And then, so what were your thoughts on those first three games before we get on what's happened today?
Yeah, I think it's been interesting, Sid. I really think it's been interesting. Cricket so far. I mean, the first game, let's be honest, Max O'Dowd, if he takes that catch, uh, Netherlands probably win that game. I think they kind of threw that game away, and Pakistan found a way to win that game. I mean, that 10 ultimate over, going for 24. So that from Logan van Beek of Fahim Mashraf actually went after Logan van
Hmm.
Beek. So that was massive. And yeah, I mean that drop catch again. I mean, I know I want to half around it, but that drop catch is really really crucial because if Fahim goes, Pakistan probably lose that game. So that was a brilliant performance from Netherlands. It was quite a. I think as a whole, as a game, it kind of lacked a bit of quality because there was so much of poor shots played. But I mean, as a neutral, I think the game was quite a humdinger for the first game. So yeah, I mean, heartbreak for the Netherlands there, and Pakistan just got away by the skin of their teeth. You know. So very, very unconvincing win. And then, as you said, the Windies in Scotland was a lot more, uh, convincing. But Scotland did have their moments. Let's be honest. When
Yeah.
the Windies were batting as well. I think the last 5 overs probably costing for Scotland, and I think 180 was going to be a bit of a tall order for them because I
Mm.
mean, let's be honest, they just got to the World Cup. They only found that they're going to be playing the World Cup about a week ago, so they haven't had much preparation going into the World Cup. So yeah, and the first hat trick of the World Cup so far, Romani Shepherd, brilliant. Uh, I think the performance from Whitney is kind of towards the end, it made it look like it's convincing. But I think when Scotland were around 115 for three, they probably were in that game, but then they lost a whole cluster of wickets at the end there that kind of got them away. So yeah, I think it kind of flattered the Windies towards the end, but nonetheless, it was convincing. 50 runs is very convincing for the game. And then India, I mean, they were in a whole lot of trouble uh,
Hmm.
yesterday. I mean, 77 for six. Uh, Batsman playing one poor shot after the other, and
Mm.
then Sky coming in and playing that absolute clutch knock of 83 or 42. I think he's the one that showed composure on that wicket, how to play on that wicket. I mean, it seems like the other batters were just trying to bat out USA and try to make over 200 and
Mm.
220, 250, but that was not the kind of approach that you needed. You really needed to like see how things were going because the USA did start well with the ball, and you got to give them credit as well. So at 77 for six, I was a bit confused and shocked as well. I mean, one of
Mm.
the tournament favorites being absolutely obliterated in that first 10 overs. And then Surya came in, and as I said, that knock from him was superb. But India to 160 plus.
Mm,
You thought that USA probably might have a chance, but I mean, when India started bowling, I think they really controlled that bowling performance. And yeah, it's just that they didn't have enough firepower to actually
mm.
chase that score down. To be honest, I don't think they showed much intent in terms of trying to chase that score down. So yeah, Sky really saved India yesterday, big time. And then today, New Zealand and
Afghanistan.
um, Afghanistan. Yeah, interesting game.
Mm,
Very interesting game. I mean, 182. I thought it was a good total. I thought
yeah,
Afghanistan probably could have defended that. And after the power play, when they took those two massive wickets, we thought, you know what, they could do something. But I think Afghanistan's bowling was a bit poor today. I'll be honest with you, especially Rashid.
yeah.
You expect a lot from Rashid as the, as the frontline bowler in the side, as the immediate steps. You know, Seifert and Phillips kind of took that game away with that partnership. So yeah, it was a disappointing performance for Afghanistan with the ball. 180 was a decent score on that pitch, and New Zealand chased it down with ease.
Hmm.
And for me, probably the game of the tournament so far is the one we just witnessed between England and Nepal. I mean,
England and
Nepal, I
Nepal,
mean,
yeah.
11 from 8. Let's be honest. I mean, Lokesh, what a betting display at the end there from Lokesh. I mean, the over before the penultimate over, he hit three sixes of Jofra Archer. I mean, I really thought this was going to be a fairy tale. We were going to actually watch something special here, but Sam
Yeah.
Curran, wow, that last over, he really handled the pressure well. And defending 10, I mean, only went for six, brilliant for the final over from Sam Curran. England, again, got over the line by the skin of their teeth. So, yeah, I think very unconvincing wins for the likes of Pakistan and England so far. So, I think they still got a bit of work to do, right? If they want to go far in this tournament.
And I think when you have teams that just get over the line, it kind of motivates them to play better. Oh, well, I know India will be a lot better, that's for sure. They won't play any worse. Pakistan too. If you remember Pakistan, I remember how they lost to Zimbabwe in the previous, not previous, but in the one T20 World Cup before that one. They lost to Zimbabwe and then they made that final. And then they lost to England, which is pretty sad. And then, so I think Pakistan will be better for it. England, you just never know. But then England could also get better from it. I remember England also lost a match in Australia to Ireland, if you remember. And they also got better
Yeah,
for
I
it.
do
So you
remember.
never know. So England will
I
also
do remember.
improve. England's like the Western version of Pakistan. They start slow, but they get better as the tournament goes on.
I, yeah, I think so. I think Bangladesh not being there in that
Hmm.
group doesn't, kind of takes away the bit of a difficulty. So I think
Yeah.
England's group with the Windies is not that much of a difficult group. So I think
Hmm.
this win obviously is crucial for them now. It'll kickstart the tournament. So they probably need two more wins and they through. And I mean the same will be said with Pakistan as well. I mean, if Pakistan lost yesterday, I mean, God knows what the media would have done to them back home. It would have been a real outcry. But
Hmm.
they found a way, and they kind of saved embarrassment. I'll be honest with you, they saved
Yeah.
themselves a lot of embarrassment yesterday, winning that one. So that will give them a good boost. So yeah, I think if things stand, I think probably England and Pakistan will qualify. My I would say the next round is going to be a big challenge for them. We'll have to see how they perform against the better side.
Yeah. I was just saw here. Sri Lanka and Ireland are playing next, actually. And Sri Ireland chose to field, and they're playing at Colombo. So it's interesting Ireland did that. Unless they're expecting Dew, which will make the ball come onto the bat. Interesting why Ireland would have bowled first, actually, because I trying to remember, maybe they should have batted first. Because if you remember in that 30-20 between England and Sri Lanka, England defended a Kachara score of 120 something and they beat Sri Lanka. So who knows? I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what's
mean,
happening.
it's going to be an interesting game, sir. It's going to be an interesting game because look, Sri Lanka are not coming into this World Cup with the best of form. Let's be honest. And I think the pitches in Sri Lanka are kind of, as I said, it's going to suit the spinners uh, a lot. I don't
Hmm.
think it's going to be high scoring at all. So it's going to be an
Huh.
interesting game. Sri Lanka really need to win this game if they want to like have an even package. Because I'll be honest with you, Australia and Zimbabwe are definitely going to be a challenge. I'm not ruling out Zimbabwe in this group as well.
Okay, I'm looking at the matches happening tomorrow, actually. Oh no, oh yeah, but I don't think we predicted our winner. I'll say Sri Lanka to win, but anything can happen.
Yeah, I'll also go for a Sri Lanka win. I don't know if it's going to be convincing, but I think they'll get over the
Yeah. Funny enough, although the predictable have won, but they haven't really been, let's say, emphatic. They've just gotten over the line. India, Pakistan, England. Yeah, we can say that. Let's put it like that.
line. Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Imagine the first match tomorrow is Italy and Scotland. I'm gonna be UV. I'll say Italy to win. UV likes to go with bold predictions. So I'm gonna
You know
say
what?
Italy.
I'm actually also fancying Italy. Eh? I think there's been a lot of talk about them going to this one. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go Italy, man. This could be a dream start for the Italians in this World Cup. So
I'm just being
I think you
mischievous.
got
I'm just
Nathan
being
Smuts
mischievous.
there as well. That's changed
Mm,
nationality. He's going to play for Italy.
mm.
So I fancy Italy. I don't know. For some reason, I fancy Italy
Nah, I mean Scotland are the favorites because they got more experience, but I'm just saying Italy because I'm just being mischievous with it. So okay,
there.
I'm just being a
Yeah,
UV going with outright bold predictions. But UV are so bold in
yeah. I think
USA. In
Scotland.
fact, pardon?
Yeah, Scotland should go in as favourites because I mean they obviously
Yeah.
have players that have played in
Mhm.
domestic cricket, especially in the
Mm,
UK as well. So they
yeah.
should be going in as favourites. But don't
Of
discount
course.
Italy. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going
I
with,
think
it's a
Scotland are
fun
slight
prediction.
favourites.
Yeah, but I'm going
It's
with
a
Italy
fun
for
prediction,
fun.
definitely.
Are you
Yeah,
still joining in the fun with Italy?
it's an outsider's punt. That's how I look at it. It's
Of
an
course.
outsider's
Of
punt.
course.
Yeah,
All right.
I think I'd still go for Scotland. Yeah,
Okay.
Scotland, but I
Oh,
wouldn't be
okay.
surprised
Okay.
if Italy
Okay.
win as
Okay. So
well. But
that's
yeah,
your
Scotland
okay. So that's your
are
so that's your
favourites.
serious prediction. Okay. So seriously, you going for Scotland, and I'm just being mischievous with Italy. I just like to see something different. That's all. So okay, yes, Oman and Zimbabwe. I'll go Zimbabwe because I'll be very sad if Zimbabwe don't beat Oman. With due respect to Oman. Oh, hey, buddy.
Hey, sorry about that. You were talking about
Oh,
Scotland.
Avish, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you, so I had to refresh. Okay.
Sure. You're
Yeah.
talking
So
about
what?
Scotland.
Yeah. Okay. I was saying your serious prediction was Scotland, and my one was Italy. Just to add a bit of masala to it. Okay. There's also
Yeah,
Oman and Zimbabwe. I'm going with Zimbabwe to win tomorrow because I feel very sad if Zimbabwe to beat Oman.
yeah. That's probably an easier one to predict. Zimbabwe. I mean, they've got players that play a lot of cricket, and I think Zimbabwe played more cricket than anybody, any other team in the last year. So yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Zimbabwe all the way there, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Then you have Canada against proudly South Africa, since we are proudly South Africans. So South Africa,
Uh,
I think for South Africa, they're playing in Ahmedabad. So I think that ground is going to suit our style of play. There's three matches that'll be in Delhi. There's only one ground that's probably not suiting our style, but I still think we'll be okay because we're playing against a team that doesn't really shouldn't really challenge us. I think we'll probably win all four matches in our group, or maybe three out of four if you're gonna think New Zealand's gonna upset us, which is a possibility. So I think we'll go through whether three out of four or four out of four. Hmm.
yeah, I think convincing win for the Proteas tomorrow is to kickstart the
Yeah,
tournament.
and
Let's
they're
move on.
brilliant net. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, you wanted to mention about the Super 8, so that means we'll just look at the table, I guess. Oh, Avish, are you there? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that. All right, if you look at the table of Group A, I think that's got India and Pakistan and Nepal and Netherlands and, well, who else is there now? Oh, and USA.
Namibia.
Yeah, India, Pakistan,
Namibia and
Netherlands,
USA.
and USA. Oh, yeah, and Namibia. I forgot about Namibia. Shame. Namibia haven't played yet. Oh, yeah, Namibia. I think, yeah. We'll say India and Pakistan for now, but Pakistan is such a weird team.
Yeah, I think Pakistan, if they haven't learned from what they did in the last World Cup, they shouldn't even be here. So let's go Pakistan and India there. I think India will top the group. I mean, jury is still out whether we're going to have that India and Pakistan game next week in Colombo. I do hope it goes
Yeah.
ahead. If that's the case, I still think India are going to be too strong for Pakistan and overpower them. So India top, Pakistan second,
Mhm.
going into the Super 8s.
Yeah, I was reading on Instagram that it's looking like the match could go through, but I don't know if you can trust many of the sources from Crick Tracker. I don't know how legit that source is, so but I'll go with it. Be nice. Also, this,
I think
pardon?
we've got to probably look at Click Info. I think they're the main source and they're the most
Okay,
legitimate source. So if Click Info says something about the game going ahead, it's probably going to go ahead. I really do hope it goes ahead because I mean there's a lot of money involved as well.
that's true. That's true, and a lot of the
Mm,
small nations depend on that match.
absolutely,
Okay.
the entire cricket ecosystem depends on that match.
Okay. Yeah, they got Group C, West Indies, England, Nepal, Scotland, Italy. I think when we had spoken about this before I left for Cape Town, we had predicted West Indies and England to go through that group. Although we did add a bit of masala in between, but I think West Indies and England were our main predictions there.
Well, if England lost today, I probably would have had second thoughts about that. But since India won, I think it's going to be England and the Windies to go through.
Yeah, and then you got New Zealand, Afghanistan, Canada, South Africa, UAE. Well, it's a shame
Did
Afghanistan
we miss
lost
out
out.
one group before that? Did we miss out
I
one
think
group before that?
no, no, you see, Group B is going to be last. The way they've done it on ESPN, Cricket Info, they put Group B last on this table.
Okay, yeah, let's go for it.
There's New Zealand, Afghanistan, Canada, South Africa, UAE. I'd love to have seen Afghanistan beat New Zealand. Would have added so much of fun to this table. But now that I look at it realistically, SA will go through. And then I'll say New Zealand because I think New Zealand can't go through a World Cup not making a semi. I know in the last T20 World Cup they didn't make a semi, but I think if I'm being honest, the pitches New Zealand faced in that T20 in that World Cup series were a bit Asian friendly. But technically these pitches should be Asian friendly, but these are much more batsman friendly, if that makes sense, compared to that other T20
Yeah,
World
and to
Cup.
be honest, they didn't have the best preparation this year. They probably came
Okay.
into that tournament very, very cold. You know, not much preparation, and they got. They got absolutely obliterated by Afghanistan. But having said that, I think since Afghanistan performed so well in the 2024 World Cup, I think their cricket has kind of declined a bit,
Hmm.
and we
Hmm.
saw it today. I don't think the bowlers were good enough today. And them losing this game, they probably it's going to be hard for them to qualify from here now. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, from what I saw today, I think there's a lot of work that needs to be put into the bowling. So I don't
Hmm.
see them beating SA. And New Zealand beating Afghanistan, they probably gives them the best chance of qualifying now. You know, and you potentially got to win two more games, which is against Canada and the UAE. I think New Zealand will win ease, even if they lose to SA, they will still qualify. So yeah, just give me
Yeah.
SA and New Zealand. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
simple.
I mean, I was actually, I'm trying to think now. I think had the Chennai pitch turned a bit more than usual, I would have given Afghanistan more of a chance. But the Chennai pitch was a nice batting deck. Turned a little, but that's okay. You expect that in India. So, oh
Absolutely.
well. Okay, if we look at the last group, Australia, Ireland, Oman, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe. This is the first match out of Group B, actually. So I would say Sri Lanka and Australia, but anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But I think Sri Lanka being at home, they would probably hold them in good stead. Although they haven't had the best preparation, they still understand those pitches. In
Hmm.
Sri Lanka. So I expect them to come out of the group. Australia, I mean, although they have so many injuries going into this tournament, they missing two of their main bowlers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think they'll find a way to get out of this group. Zimbabwe, don't discount them. I'll be honest with you, don't discount them. But I think it's going to be tough for them. But they could probably finish third in this group. Looking at who else is in this group, Zimbabwe could probably finish third. But Australia and Sri Lanka will go through. I think there's going to be a lot of problems for Australia coming in the next one. That's my opinion.
Yeah. In fact, if you look at this group, if Australia played a potential, you'd probably say this is one of the nicest group Australia could actually be in. Because if you look at
Potentially,
let's
but
look at
the
like
one thing I
look.
would say is probably conditions.
Huh?
Conditions are going to be quite foreign to Australia. They
Oh
don't
yeah,
really play
uh,
in those conditions.
oh yeah. Let's look at the fixtures
Not
for
much.
Australia quickly.
Yeah,
Let's look at the venues. I mean, that'll be interesting. I mean, if Australia is going to lose to a team, it'll probably be Sri Lanka. And let's
yes,
see,
probably.
Australia. Yeah, I mean that's the only tough team there for them, along with Ireland.
Correct.
Okay, hold on a second. Oh yeah, God, Australia's gonna take quite a while to start playing this tournament. Nope, not a Barbary. Okay, it's actually on Wednesday they start their first match against Ireland. That's in Colombo. Okay, that's a day nighter. Okay, and then you've got Australia. A lot of the matches in Colombo. That's the second match. Okay, sorry about that. Let's check. Oh, yeah, Australia had a nice break in between their matches here, so it gives them more chance to acclimatize.
They
Oh,
do, hey?
Palakele.
They do. I think they could probably the team with the best kind of schedule, going
Mm.
into it because I mean they only played, as you say, they only played the first game on Wednesday, and by that time the Proteas would have played for two games.
Yeah, Palakele, the third match, that's against Sri Lanka. That'd be fun. And the fourth match will be on. Oh, they're going to play Oman, and that's going to be a Palakele. So
Mm.
basically, Australia's playing the last T20 match out of the tournament in the groups. They're playing the last match out of the groups, which is on the 28th of Feb.
So yeah, my biggest concern with Australia at the moment is how they play. I mean, if you look at what happened in Pakistan,
Hmm.
not the most convincing display. So it's going to
But
be
they didn't have the
interesting to
best
see how they
team
perform
there.
against spin.
Yeah, but they didn't
Yeah,
have the best team
it's going
though.
to be
So
interesting to
I
see how they
can't really,
perform against spin and on low
yeah,
shots.
yeah. But I don't think they had the best players there in that series, so it's hard to even look at it. You know, we can only judge until
Yeah, but
this
I
World Cup
mean,
happens for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, if you think about the betting, that's probably going to be the betting that's going to be in this World Cup. Maybe they didn't have the bowlers, but let's be honest, Cummins and Hazelwood out. That's a
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
big miss for them. Massive. It's massive.
But if you
I
look
think
at
it actually
the,
changes their
huh?
fortunes in this World Cup. By Cummins and Hazelwood not being there, it changes
Of
their
course.
fortunes big time.
Mm. But you
Yeah.
know, with Australia, they're kind of like a confidence team. So if they can get through this group, even if they just get through, right? And if you look at the group, it's not that tough. They just got to apply themselves, play smart. If they could beat Sri Lanka out of this group, I'm confident of Australia is a dangerous Australia. You know that.
Well, obviously, I mean, you can't discount them. I mean, definitely you can't discount them. But I'm just looking at who they're going to play up next now. Geez, that's going to be a tough, tough Super Eights for them.
Of
So,
course, Super 8,
like I said,
yeah.
they will go
Difficult.
through. They will
Yeah,
go through this group. But
yeah, yeah.
the Super Eight is going to be tough, 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 tough.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's see what
So,
happens.
look, folks, you want to mention your semis, or you know, leave that towards the end of the tournament?
I don't know if you want to go through the Super Eights because I mean the Super Eights at the moment it's already predetermined. So obviously the
Okay.
first group is going to be India, West Indies, SA, and Australia. If everything goes according to seeds, if everything
Hmm.
goes according to plan, it doesn't matter how you finish in the group.
Hmm.
That's going to be the seedings, and then obviously Group B is going to be Sri Lanka, New Zealand, England, and Pakistan. So interesting. So if I had to pick my semi-finalist
Hmm.
from Group A, it's I know India haven't had the most convincing start, but you got to back them to make the
Yeah,
semi-finals
yeah,
at least. That will be
yeah.
like a really big failure. So I'd say
Hmm.
Group A would be India. I mean, we haven't watched SA first as yet,
Yeah.
but I think SA got enough in the trying to get through out of that group against the Windies and Australia and India. If they can
Hmm.
get 2 out of 3, they will go through. And Australia missed out for me, unfortunately. Australia missed out and the Windies from the group. So it's India and
Oh, hey,
what's
buddy.
happening? What's happening? Are you there?
Oh, second. Oh, Avish, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, okay. Okay. So what were you saying before we got cut off there?
Yeah, I was saying. I mean, Group A, Super Eight is going to be India and South Africa for me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then on the other
Also,
side, I'll be a little bit controversially, but I'm going to go Sri Lanka and England. I'm going Sri Lanka and England. I think
okay.
if I look at Sri Lanka, this is their best chance to shine. Home World Cup.
Mm.
They haven't been there in a while. They
Hmm.
understand the conditions. I think
Hmm.
it's going to be a massive tournament for them. So I expect them to go through with England.
Okay. I'm gonna add
So
a bit of, yeah. I'm gonna add a bit of masala.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
So for
gonna
me,
have it.
New Zealand
Okay.
and Pakistan must have.
Oh, wow. That's hectic. I was thinking of an India-Pakistan final, but thanks for that. Yeah, what a bit of masala, man. This World Cup needs a bit of masala.
Yeah,
Fine.
well, I think Pakistan are going to be found wanting in the Super 8, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't discount Pakistan because they're taking it through the group relatively well. Losing to India is okay because, they just. But what you don't want, I mean, although, yeah, I don't mind India beating them in the
Mhm.
final. Be a nice revenge for Operation Sindoor, but let's not get into politics.
It would be a good final if you think about it. Commercially,
Hmm,
financially, it would be a
yes.
brilliant final. But somehow I don't see that happening. Unfortunately, I don't see that.
Okay, fine. We'll add another permutation.
I mean, I see
India
India there.
and
Potentially, I see India there, but I don't see Pakistan making it to the final.
okay. I would love
Mm.
to see. It would be nice to see. Okay. What about India or it's a tough one. You could have India and England, but maybe that sounds a bit far-fetched as well.
Look, I think the two form teams going to this tournament, and I think looking at it now, is probably going to be India and SA. I think
Oh yeah. Oh
uh,
yeah.
England have been a bit unconvincing, as you said. Although they had a good, series in Sri Lanka. But I don't think Sri Lanka actually played to potential as well. Let's be honest. And those pitches were
Yeah.
really, really like not the best wickets. Australia, I think their chances have probably diminished a bit now because of Cummins and Hazelwood not being there. I mean, those are two spearheads for them. I mean, although you might say they do have something in the batting, but Steve Smith omission as well is a big one. Is a big one. I mean, Steve Smith was
Mm-hmm.
talked about to be getting into the side. Unfortunately, he's not there, so they're missing a bit of experience. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, bowlers are going to win in this tournament, not batters. So you've got to have a
Mm.
bowlers that can take you wickets. So that's why I think Australia must out for me in the semis, not making it to the semis.
That's all right. All right. This one will go quickly through the acknowledgement of the series. I know you predicted India to beat New Zealand before the T20 World Cup 4-1, and then Surya Kumar Yadav were the man of the series. So, what are your quick thoughts on that?
Absolutely nailed that prediction. I nailed that
Yes.
prediction.
Yeah, bang on,
Yeah,
man.
so yeah, I mean, we saw India play some brilliant cricket in that series. I mean,
Mm.
everybody had confidence. It was some good wickets. Yesterday, we saw how different tournament cricket is. Tournament cricket is a different kind of pressure. So, and
Mm.
we saw it yesterday with some of the Indian players, young Indian players. They felt the pressure. But one of the old heads got them through. Saved the day. So yeah, I mean, it was a demolish performance from India in that series, winning 4-1 against New Zealand. But as New Zealand have shown, they are not to be taken lightly in tournament. So yeah, I think they played very well today. So yeah, I think it was a it was a predicted result for me, 4-1, pretty convincing for
All
India.
right. Uh-huh. All right. And then England won both the ODI and T20 series against Sri Lanka. Who would have thought that they had a clean sweep? I honestly thought Sri Lanka would have won one of those two series.
Yeah, that was a big surprise for me, especially the T20s. I thought Sri Lanka would be a lot more, competitive in the T20s, but big surprise for me. Look,
Hmm.
there was a bit of weather there as well that kind of, you didn't see the best of it. But according to Dasan Shanaka, the Sri Lankan captain, he said that this series probably he got what he wanted from the bowlers. Like he thought the bowlers bowled pretty well, so it was good preparation for both teams. Let's be honest. I don't think the results matter too much, to be honest with you,
Hmm.
Fred, because I remember you're not going to be playing the same teams in the group stages. So according to him, it was a good run up, but
Hmm.
surprising for me. England had a clean sweep in a country that they don't perform well in. So it was a big morale boosting performance for England there.
All right. And then you had Pakistan walloping the Australians 3-0. I didn't expect that. I probably expected 2-1 when that series happened, but oh well. And then Salman Alga was man of the series as captain, 120 runs. So what are your quick thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think Pakistan spinners, they really, really ran right in that series. And
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, the pitches obviously were doctored towards spin, but Australia were kind of exposed in those conditions. So if Sri Lanka had that similar condition on their decks, it's going to be interesting, sir, because I don't think Australia are that convincing against spin and on low decks, low and slow decks. Let's be honest. So going to be very, very interesting in Sri Lanka, eh? With Australia, I still think they have enough to get out of the group stage, but it's going to be interesting because they were very, very unconvincing in that series and clinical from Pakistan in all departments, I would say.
All right. And then you have West Indies beating, no, South Africa beating West Indies 2-1 in that T20 series. It's a shame I couldn't watch the third T20. I know that was a 10 over game. So what are your thoughts that SA won it 2-1?
Yeah, convincing from SA, eh? Convincing. It could have beat 3-0. I think if we had a full game at the Wanderers, but
Hmm.
I mean 2-1 is decent, man. I mean,
Yeah,
good
yeah, better
preparation
than
going to the
nothing.
World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the top order firing with the runs. I would have wanted more games, but you know
Okay.
this is the schedule at the moment. Everything is like so clustered because of the T20 leagues. So I thought the top order got some good runs there. I mean, Aiden Rickleton. I mean, he's ever since he was recalled in the side. I mean, to start off, I don't know why he was even not in the team. I mean, this guy is so talented.
Mm.
Uh, Quinning getting in the runs in the second
Yeah.
T20 as
Yeah,
well,
he was man of the
getting there,
series.
getting in with 100. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a tick in the box for SA in terms of the batting.
Uh-huh.
The bowling, I mean, they bowled well in the first game. The second game was a bit of a belter. But I think it
Hmm.
was a very, very good preparation for the Proteas going to the World Cup. So I think they ticked a lot of boxes there. So,
Yeah. I forgot that one more to mention, and that was Sunrisers winning that SA20 final. What were your thoughts on that?
yeah, I mean, you got to give it to Sunrisers here. I think they're the best franchise in terms of
Mm.
they just know how to win this tournament. So they just have the right balance of players. Uh, I understand in a way, Victoria, they were in the game, but I think
Mm.
lack of runs. I mean, if you take away that Davis knock, there wasn't much to
Mhm.
defend there. So it was a disappointing performance from the Pretoria batters in that final. And for some reason, this franchise, the Capitals, they
Mhm.
seem to have a habit of watching finals for some reason,
Mm.
because that's what happened in the women's IPL as well. They watched that final as well. So
Oh
they
gosh.
tend to lose a lot of finals for a team that's so consistently make them.
Kind of reminds me of the Mumbai side for Cape Town. There was also a but oh no, but the Mumbai Cape Town never made it to much finals. I think they made their first final last year and then they won it. So yeah, MI Cape
Mhm.
Town were
Sure,
hopeless
sure.
this year. They were hopeless this year, MI Cape Town.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest to you. I mean, we were talking about this PSG and MI being in the final. But very, very surprising, eh? I didn't fancy these two teams in Sunrisers or Victoria Capitals. But I think what it's taught us is never write off Sunrisers in any SA20. They are the team to beat.
Yeah, no, I could see Sunrise naked after I saw a few games of how they were playing. I could see it, but
Hmm.
I know UV was very optimistic on them, even despite the fact they started so katra. But yeah, it became more obvious as the tournament went on. Anything you'd like to cover, Vish? I think we've covered quite a lot of ground.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. Anything else you want to add on?
Nope. I think I will check you next week, and hopefully we see a few upsets. Because although
Yeah,
we were
hopefully the
very
whole gang is back. So yeah, enjoy. I think it's going to be fascinating cricket
yeah
this week. We could potentially see an upset here and there. Don't rule that
yeah we could see Italy winning tomorrow.
out. Possibly.
Take it, bye.
Cheers, man.